I was just in my bathroom getting ready for the day a little bit ago, and I realized that I had not cleaned out my eyeshadow palette drawer. And I mentioned that I was going to do that, and I started doing it, and then I thought, nope, I promised that I would film it. So then I tried to figure out how to film it and so forth, and the camera in the bathroom and the mess, and then I had to move the stuff from the drawer to the thing. It didn't work out real well at all. So what I did was I took everything out of the drawer and put it in this basket type of a bag thing. And these are all my makeup eyeshadow, just eyeshadow palettes. Yes, this is excessive. Yes, this is absolutely ridiculous. I get all that. I get it. I will not be wasting any of this. It is kind of a fun thing for me to try different items, and this is what I like to do. So anyway, I will be giving these items to daughters, friends, whatever. I have a lot of women in my life that I know and love, and they enjoy getting some things from me. When I'm no longer needing them, or the colors don't work for me, or they like to try them too, we all pass them around. It's all good. So don't worry about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to organize this in some sort of way and then show you what I have and what I think of those things. Cull the items that I do not like, do not ever reach for, do not need. Try to explain why I don't need or like them, and only put the ones back in that I use all the time and really, really like. So that's the plan. Let me get it all organized and I'll be right back. Okay, I have it all in front of me. I put it all in categories of different brands, and in order to not have this last 3 weeks, I'm going to, of course, swing by it as quickly as I can while giving you as much information as I can. There's no way I can swatch all of these. I will just give you my general idea of what I think of the brand, what I like about their items, what colors I like, which ones I want to keep, which ones I don't. So here we go. Okay, let's start with I don't know where to start. This is overwhelming. Okay, let's just start. How about that? I will grab one and we'll go from there. Very good. All right, first of all, I have this one palette from IT Cosmetics. I love IT Cosmetics as a brand. I really enjoy many of their products. This is the only eye palette that I've tried, and I like it very, very much. I'm definitely keeping this one. It is the Naturally Pretty Celebration palette. Pretty colors. Really enjoying these a lot. And I will be keeping these. This is a limited edition thing, but that has nothing to do with anything. I just really like this palette. So this is going back in the basket, for sure. Another item that I've only tried one of is the these Lorac Nude Necessities. This is the only Lorac palette I've ever tried. I know that's wrong, I get that. These colors do not excite me. They work well, they blend well, everything is fine pigment-wise, no problems there. Not thrilled. I do want to try another Lorac palette, but this Nude Necessities just really does not do much for me. Nothing wrong with it, it just doesn't excite me enough to ever grab, so this is going to go away. So I'll set this over here. I'll give that to someone else. Okay, Smashbox. Smashbox is a company that I have liked for many, many years, and I do really enjoy their eyeshadows. And I know I have another palette here somewhere. It's upstairs, I know it is. It's this huge book that opens in these different pages of different eye looks. Loved that for many, many years. Set it aside because it was getting too old to use, but I didn't want to get rid of it. Have you ever had that? Anyway, that I need to find and throw away. But this is the Smashbox Shape Matters. I really do like this one. It's fairly new. I've recently shown it in my neutrals, the ones that I like, palettes that I like. And this one works well. Love Smashbox, like I said. Great mirror. They even have really good brushes. Enjoy this one very much. Keeping this. And then this Smashbox Shape Matters palette. It has a lot more in it. Different eye colors, some brow, wax, and colors, some face tones. I never reach for this. It's perfectly fine. This just is not something that I ever reach for. So this is going away to someone else who might actually use it. Two palettes I have from Laura Mercier. Let's go there next. Are these two. And one of them is the Eye Artist palette. That's just it. Eye Artist palette. And the other one is the Eye Art Caviar Color Inspired Edition. And let's show you the Eye Artist palette first. These are the colors really pretty colors, I would definitely say. This top row though, I really don't use very often because there's a lot of purple in there. And I normally, if I'm doing anything purple, I will just add a tiny bit around the edges or as a liner. So I really don't use that much. The bottom row though, I've used more and I do appreciate those very much. I'm on the fence over this one. I think I could get rid of it happily, and it's a good palette, so I think someone could probably really use this. So I think I'm going to put it in my giveaway for now. And then this one I recently purchased. By recently, I mean within the last year. Really like this one. I think these colors will be good for fall. So I'm going to see how I use this, or how much I use this throughout the fall, and then get rid of it if I really find that I'm not reaching for it. So I'll put that in my keep. I have one Marc Jacobs palette. And it comes in this lovely little pouch, which normally I never save the pouches, but there's something so cute about this palette that I had to. This one is the Lolita. It's the one pretty much everyone has. It's a good palette. I do enjoy it. I have not used it too much. There's a lot of sparkle in there. I'm not a real sparkly girl. I basically have, the ones I have used have been just those basic ones, and there's no point in getting out this palette if I'm just going to be using these three tones pretty much. So that's probably why I've not reached for this much. I love the shape of it. I love the idea of it. The eyeshadows themselves are very, very nice, but I don't reach for it. But for some reason, I keep hanging on to it. So I'm going to put this in the pile of items that I can have someone that I know and love look through. And if someone else wants to give that a try, they can certainly do so. So there's that. Okay, as for my pile of drugstore items here, I try quite a few drugstore brands and palettes when they come out. But these are the ones that kind of have stayed around a little bit more. And one of them is the Physicians Formula Canyon Classics. It's just that classic, what do you call that, a quad, that just works with everything. And this is just a simple one to grab and bring on trips. So that's why I have this one. Don't use it very often though, so I'm gonna put that in my giveaway. Thought I'd try the Maybelline Rock Nudes, and I tend to like cool tones, and at the time I thought these were beautiful. They're all a little bit too dark for me though. I mean, most of those are like eyeliner colors for me, except for these few here. Never reach for it. That's gonna go away. And then the L'Oreal LA Palette Nude 2. Again, I chose the 2 because I tend to go for more of the cool tones. Whoops, the brush fell. And these are nice. There's nothing wrong with them. They have good payoff. They work well, pretty colors. Never reach for it. So this will be going away also. Okay, we're getting places. We really are. All right, as for affordable eyeshadow, one of my very favorite brands is Coastal Scents. I don't know if you've ever tried any Coastal Scents products, but they have fabulous, fabulous eyeshadows. And I've gotten many of their singles. They're basically, in my opinion, they work just as well, darn close anyway, to any MAC eyeshadow pans, the little singles. And they fit in the same containers. They just work. They're $1.95 per pan. So I had made different palettes of my own using the different colors I wanted to use. And then I found the colors within the palettes that I made that I liked the best, popped them out. These little things just pop right out easily. They're magnetic. And I have made other palettes that I use on a regular basis. And I'd say probably even in the last couple weeks, I have used this several times. This is I just put it in a Z palette. These just are, they magnetically pop out of the one palette and into this. They just pop right in. And this grouping I've been using a lot lately of these colors. And if you're interested in which colors these are, I will let you know. Just let me know if you're terribly interested to know which ones I put together. But these are ones that I've just used a lot of. And so you can get them for $1.95 each. They are pigmented, they are beautiful, they are just gorgeous, gorgeous shadows. They do well, they blend well. There's nothing bad to say about them for $1.95. And they stick right in one of these palettes. Their Revealed palette, this is a good one. This one competes very, very well with the Urban Decay Naked palettes. And I can show you those next to each other side by side. So I'll set this over here with those. Let's see, what else do I have from Coastal Scents? This one is, I put these colors together. I have these, like them, but don't use them as often as I should. Put this palette together. Obviously use this one quite a bit. You can see the love. Again, with the cool tones. Really enjoyed that one. And then these are larger palettes. This one I know is $14.95 on their website right now. So many good colors. They all work really well. They're all pigmented. They all just, I mean, they're good. So $14.95 if you want to try to get into colors. Coastal Scents, do that. It works really well. And I know that this warm palette happens to be, I think $11.95 right now online. I mean, look at these colors. They're beautiful. And they are truly good shadows. So I totally believe in Coastal Scents. I'm going to hang on to those for now because I want to see if I can kind of rearrange them into different palettes that I do use the majority of the colors. So that's that. Since I just talked about the Revealed palette from Coastal Scents, here is the Naked One palette by Urban Decay. Here is the Revealed palette under it. You can see a lot of very similar colors. One's a lot cheaper than the other. And they're -2. You can see that also next to the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. Very similar, very similar. I'm not saying they're exactly the same in quality, but they are so close that it really gives the Urban Decay Naked a run for their money. So if you're looking at those, I highly recommend the Revealed. And there are other Revealed ones too now, I think, not just this one. So I'm putting that with the Coastal Scents. Of the Nakeds, which I have 4, the only one I do not have of these Nakeds is the newest one in those, what is it, I want to say it's called Toasted or Fired, or it's something very fire related. Anyway, these are the ones I do have. And of these, the one that I've used the absolute most is the Naked 2. These are great colors. Love them very much. This is my kind of color. I'd say the next one in most used would be the Naked One. Great colors. The 2 I hardly ever use is the Naked 3. Almost never. I just don't like a whole lot of peachy or pinky plums on my eyes, I guess. I feel like it makes me not look good. I don't know. Don't care for this one much at all, so I hardly ever use it. And the Smoky, which I thought I would really like, I'm not caring for much. Too dark. A lot of darkness, a lot of blue. And I just don't wear blue as a shadow. If anything, I'll add a little as a liner, but no. So I'm not using this one either. So these 2 will definitely go to someone else. And I'm going to hang on to these for now and see if I can add these back into my rotation. And also when it comes to Urban Decay, and what did I do with it? Shoot. I have the Naked Basics 2. I just purchased it at Sephora during their holiday sale because I had lost mine. Love that. It's staying with me forever. And then the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. I feel like something's wrong with me because everybody loves this except for me. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it, but for some reason I just don't reach for it, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. So do not let that sway you in any way. I love these the Naked Basics brand, you know, across the board. They're all good, especially the Naked Basics too, but I think this I'll see if that needs a new home. Okay, now. Bare Minerals. Love Bare Minerals shadows. Right now I have 4 palettes of theirs that I'm really enjoying. There's another one at Ulta that I want to get, but I don't need that at all, as you can see. But the Bare Minerals in the Power Neutrals, I'm really enjoying this one a lot. I got a lot of use out of it. Don't use it as much anymore because, you know, I've moved on to other things, but these are really good colors. The Power Neutrals, this is a very good set. Gives you a little bit of color, but it's still very neutral. The Bare Metals, this is new to me. It was from QVC. We've got some metallics in there, which I don't use a lot, but every once in a while I'll do a little highlight with. And in general, these are good neutral colors. Like this one, don't love it, but I like that one. This one is new, the Bare Naturals. Just got this from the website, the Bare Essentials website. And I really like this one. These are great colors. And I do actually put this as a pop on, you know, as an eyeliner, so I'm liking this one a lot. But my all-time favorite, and I actually have a backup of because I did not want to ever be without, and I could pretty much happily live the rest of my life with just this palette, is the Bare Minerals Nudes, which is not available anymore, of course. And these are the colors. Love them. I can be happy with these forever. So these are my kind of tones. Not terribly exciting, but there you go, that's me. So those are my Bare Minerals, and I think I will be hanging on to all of them for now because a couple of them are still very new, so I want to give myself more chance for those. Too Faced. Let's talk Too Faced real fast. The one that I never hardly ever use is the little Too Faced chocolate chip in the white chocolate chip. I thought I don't know, it was just so pretty. It was around holiday time. It was so sparkly, and I do use it. And I mean, it's very good quality. I really do like the colors. Beautiful, and they're not all super sparkly, but they have enough sparkle to them that if you want to add a little pop, which is where I add it, is if I add any pop of sparkle, it's right here. It's usually a sheeny sparkle, and these work well for that. So if I'm wanting to add a sparkle pop, I always grab this, but I don't grab it very often. But I kind of like to have that around if I do. So I'm going to hang on to that and see how this works throughout the holidays and if I wear the little sparkly bits more often. So let me put that in my yeses. Then I have two of these, which is ridiculous, but this is my favorite smallish palette from Too Faced, the Boudoir Eyes. These, again, are just right in my wheelhouse of color, and the only reason I have this second one is because this one's nearly falling apart, and I'm nearly hitting pan, and this one fell out, and you know, they're still usable, they're still there, but I wanted to kind of have it all in one place. And this is a very important color to me, so I did repurchase, and so I have this one, but I do really like this one. I'd have to say it's my favorite of all the small ones. Love that. Another small one I have from them is the Too Faced Natural Matte. All mattes. Natural tones. I don't do a lot of browns and, you know, those golden tone colors, but when I do, I will reach for this. It's real simple, you know. You can pretty much do anything with that. I also have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I got the original one, and let me see if it still smells. It does, and it's kind of falling apart. Got this one that always pops out. I use this, but not a lot. So if I have a daughter or someone who'd like this, I will give this to them because I do not need these, obviously. But they're good, but I just don't love them. So that's gonna go in my giveaway pile. All right, Tarte. Let's talk Tarte real quick. I have the Tartelette Tease, this little one. I do really enjoy it. It's good for traveling. So I do kind of grab this one when I want some burgundy and browns and those type shades for traveling. And you've got everything you need here. So this is a real good one. Picked it up in the Isle of Doom in Sephora. Love that one. So I'm going to hang on to it. This one came with a set, I think maybe possibly from QVC a long time ago, but I love these. This is my like fall palette to go to. And wow, I really enjoy these colors. So I'm definitely hanging on to this, but it can no longer be purchased. So, but I am hanging on to it. Love those colors. Those are really nice. The Tartelette, it just says matte palette. This one, I like it. I've used quite a bit of it. Again, there's quite a bit of purple in there, which I don't do a lot of. And now I need to know, I know I need to stop buying palettes that have quite a bit of a purpleness to them. I will see if someone else wants this because it's a very nice palette and don't want it to go to waste, but I really don't use it. The Tarte, it's the Rainforest After Dark palette. Beautiful, beautiful things. I think I used the face products and the blush more than I did the eyeshadows, but they are beautiful and I do really like them. And again, purple, you know, they're in the purples. I'm going to set that aside and see if a daughter or someone would like that one. This Tarte, Be Your Own Tartist. What? Yeah, Be Your Own Tartist. This palette here, I like it, don't love it. Yeah, I'll get that one away. And this Tarte palette, oh, let's Be Your Own Tartist too. There must be other names to these, but anyway, it looks like this. And these colors are beautiful. And again, I use the blush, but I don't really reach for the eyeshadows on these. But I will probably hang on to this one because of that blush color. I really do like that, especially for fall. So maybe I will be bringing this more out in as autumn is here. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. We're getting there. We don't have a whole lot left. Okay, let's talk Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown is something that a company that I've recently discovered. I found a couple face products I like from them, and then I started trying some of their eyeshadows, and I do really enjoy them. They're a little hit or miss for me, but I still have been enjoying them quite a bit. This palette I recently purchased in the Nordstrom sale, and I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I like it very much. These are the colors. They're beautiful. I think that they will be used probably more often in fall. I love this as a pop of color in my, you know, just right there. If I want a little pop of sparkle, I do really like that one. Good brow bone colors. Nice combination here. Really like it. Love the mirror. And then this also has these face products with it too. So this is a good travel kit, and I think I will be using this more often. I just need to make myself do it once my drawer's cleaned out. So I'm keeping that for sure. This Bobbi Brown palette is the Cool Eye palette. I tend to like cool tones better, as you know. I picked this up at one of those something or other cosmetics stores. You know, they're like in outlet malls. And I used it quite a bit. Just very basic, but I really like it, and I don't need it at all. So I will put this in the pile of if anyone wants to have it, they can, so my loved ones can go through that. This Bobbi Brown palette, I got at Nordstrom. It's the Luxe Nudes. I do really like this one. I use this a lot. I took this with me actually on my recent vacation. Perfect colors for me. Love them. Blendable. Very, very good. No problems there, so I'm definitely keeping that. We have 2 things left. Okay, MAC. These I have 2 of, and my reason is kind of strange. I have this Magnificent Me set, which was a set that was a limited edition. It was in the Magnificent Me deal, and I loved these colors. And I thought, I don't want to be without this, and it's limited edition, and you know how that always goes. When something's limited edition and you love it, you're like freaking out. So I used this constantly and worried about it. And then I saw that this one came out, which was the Dusky Rose ×9. And I'm like, well, that looks very similar to, you know, I'm at the store at the time. That looks very similar to the Magnificent Me one that my camera keeps overheating on me and just stopping randomly, and if I'm not looking at the screen, which I try not to do anyway, I never know. So the Mariah Carey It's Everything palette, I thought it was just beautiful. Love the colors, don't ever use it. So I'm gonna set that aside. I have the MAC Navy ×9. I use this a lot. When I first got it, I don't really reach for it anymore. Again, with the blues, I'm just not doing blues anymore really much. So I will set this aside for someone. This was the Cinderella, the Disney Cinderella set from MAC. I do really enjoy it very much. Great colors. Of course, it's not available anymore because it was a Cinderella thing, but there, love them, keeping this one. And then the Makeup Art Cosmetics Kabuki Magic, Spring and Summer of 2017. This, great basics. Matte, perfect. I think maybe one of my daughters might want to be able to use that. So there's that. Then of my larger sets, I have the Cool Neutrals, the 15 set of Cool Neutrals. Love these, reach for this a lot. These are right in my alley of shades that I love, so keeping that for sure. This one is the Mellow Moderns. Don't reach for this much, but when I do want one of these colors, I like having it. So I will hang on to this a little bit longer, see what I do. If I don't use it, that's gonna go to my daughters. And then in the flesh, again, this is my perfect kind of colors, love them. And this brings more browns into my life, which is good because I tend to always grab cool tones. So these browns aren't too orangey or yellowy or whatever, so I really like them. In the flesh, loving this one, very nice. Enjoy my MAC, so I like those a lot. Then the only other thing I have left is one of my very newest palettes that I wrestled with forever to decide whether I wanted to try, and if so, which one did I want to try, and it is the Viseart, and I got the matte palette in the, I think it's Cool something, Cool Matte, number 07. I'm really liking these. I think that they're wonderful. These shadows, basically, I wondered if it was worth, you know, the hype or whatever. They are expensive, but when you see how much is in them, in each of the colors, and you divide it up, they're really not that expensive. It's like a little less than $7 per eyeshadow. So, I mean, after all, they blend like a dream. They are pigmented. There's never one that's, you know, less quality than the other. They're all just amazing. These are handcrafted in Paris, France, apparently. Not that I need that in my life, but you know, it's nice to know if you're spending that much for eyeshadow palette. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I love this. I love this palette, and darn it, now I think I might need to have more of these. I will hold off on it though, because As you see, I have more eyeshadow than anybody could ever want in their lifetime, and I will find very good homes for the ones that I am no longer needing in my life. I will put these back in the drawer, the ones I'm keeping, and use them, and whatever I don't tend to be using in another 6 months, I will then pass those on too. So at least now I know that I have a good group together, and I will show you the after picture of my drawer as soon as I get upstairs and get these back in order. Okay, I also took some of my favorites from these other Coastal Scents palettes that I had, and I made this one of favorites that I just use more often than others, and a couple I've just repurchased recently so that I can make this palette together for one that I think I'll use more often. Empty drawer, this little container, I don't know why that'll help, but it might. So let's start adding things in. Okay, so here it is. Wow, that's a huge difference. I could barely close the drawer before. So that's what I have now, and I'm very happy about that. Woo! So that felt good to get rid of the things I'm not using and to clear out that drawer so I have more space. I can find the things that I like, and the other items will have good homes. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.